Hello! Welcome to episode 6 of my home music studio build series. In this episode, I'll show you how I built this custom guitar-centric mixing desk that I believe makes it a little bit easier to track, mix, and master. If that sounds intriguing to you, hang out with me for a while.
Never felt so free. I never felt like this in my lifetime forever.
I searched far and wide, but I just couldn't find a desk that suited me. Many are designed for mid to large-sized consoles or for keyboards. The thing is, guitar is my primary instrument, not piano. Also, I had previously decided to move away from a 16-channel board that includes a noise gate, limiter, compressor, and EQ to a more componentized approach, starting with the new audio interface and DAW controller. Then I'll be adding each of the effects back as individual components. I imagined a modular design comprised of 4 parts: a mixing desk, an equipment rack, a monitor table, and speaker tables.
Wherever I can see, above the world I can hear the sunshine. Can you imagine how to see the earth when I'm high above it?
The monitor table's dimensions are 11.5 inches wide by 44 inches long, and it stands 32 inches tall. In addition to providing space on the upper level for a TV that I use as a computer monitor, it has plenty of space for components underneath, and the design makes it easy to feed cables in and out from either the front or back. Additionally, I designed something I call a cable catch underneath the lower level to be a place where I could stuff excess cabling and keep it out of the way. I positioned this monitor table 4 feet away from the acoustic panels on the front wall. I've learned that there's always something you need to get at back there, and having ample working space behind your desk is beneficial to your workflow. I decided to build separate speaker tables on which my DAW monitors and stereo speakers would be placed. The dimensions for these tables are 12 inches wide by 24 inches long. The table's height of 3 feet was set so that the speaker drivers would be at ear height relative to my sitting position at the desk. Another cool feature, the tables are designed to serve as sidecars for outboard gear.
Well, I just smile 'cause I've heard it all. Meanwhile, I'm having a ball.
In between the monitor table and the mixing desk is a separate equipment rack with 2 levels. The upper level is tilted backwards so that any outboard gear I place there will be angled towards me for ease of viewing. The lower level is intended to house any other type of equipment I might imagine. Since the table is pretty small and light, I'm able to move it when I need to get into the front or back of anything I store there. I use the equipment rack for another purpose as well. In the previous versions of my studio, I had always used floor-standing mics. The problem with them is that they take up a lot of room. I always had to move them around, and there are cables inevitably laid a trap for me to get caught up in. I imagined that I might use the equipment rack as an anchor point for adjustable mic booms, the kind that you see DJs and podcasters use. So I went ahead and drilled 2 holes, one on each side of the rack, and installed Rode microphone booms that I now use to track guitar, vocals, and voiceovers.
I'm having a ball. Nothing but blue skies. It's all I see. It's all I seem to think of. Nothing but blue skies surrounding me.
I designed the mixing desk to accommodate a small controller for my DAW rather than a much larger studio console. I created an area to write, a place for my laptop, and a cubbyhole for a headphone amplifier. I also wanted a desk that would be easy for me to work at if I had a guitar sitting on my lap or hanging from my shoulder.
Nothing but blue skies. It's all I want. It's all I want to think of. Nothing but blue skies in ecstasy.
Your mixing desk can either help or hinder your workflow. I hope you found a few ideas in today's episode that maybe you can use in your own studio. In the next episode, I'll show you the guitar amp isolation booth I've been working on. Until then, be well.